What if the most powerful tool for achieving happiness and success wasn't a new habit or a shiny new goal, but rather embracing your own mortality? As strange as it sounds, this is exactly what Marcus Aurelius, one of history's most revered leaders, did every day. He was a Roman emperor who ruled with wisdom and justice, and his secret to staying grounded and focused was a daily reminder of his own impermanence. As you navigate the complexities of your own life, you're likely no stranger to feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or uncertain about the future. You might be wondering how someone like Marcus Aurelius, who faced immense pressure and responsibility as a ruler, managed to remain so calm and composed. The answer lies in his adherence to Stoic philosophy, a school of thought that emphasizes reason, resilience, and inner strength. By studying the principles and practices that guided Marcus Aurelius's daily life, you can gain valuable insights into how to cultivate a more Stoic mindset and improve your overall well-being. This is especially relevant today, as many of us are seeking ways to build resilience and find peace in a chaotic world. Marcus Aurelius's story is a powerful reminder that true strength comes from within, and that by embracing our vulnerabilities, we can become stronger and more compassionate individuals. Marcus Aurelius practiced a technique called negative visualization, which involves imagining oneself in difficult or undesirable situations in order to appreciate what one already has. This practice, also known as premeditatio malorum, was a staple of Stoic philosophy and helped individuals cultivate a sense of gratitude and detachment from external events. By visualizing potential hardships, you can prepare yourself for the unexpected and develop a greater sense of inner peace. For example, Marcus Aurelius would imagine himself losing his wealth, status, or even his loved ones, in order to remind himself of what was truly important. This practice allowed him to stay grounded and focused on his core values, even in the face of immense power and responsibility. You can try this technique in your own life by taking a few minutes each day to imagine yourself in a challenging situation, and then reflecting on what you're grateful for. By doing so, you can develop a greater sense of resilience and appreciation for the present moment. By incorporating negative visualization into your daily routine, you can cultivate a greater sense of gratitude and detachment from external events, allowing you to stay focused on what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius was a prolific writer and kept a personal journal throughout his life, which was later published as Meditations. In this journal, he recorded his thoughts, reflections, and insights on various topics, including philosophy, leadership, and personal growth. By putting his thoughts into writing, Marcus Aurelius was able to clarify his values, process his emotions, and develop a greater sense of self-awareness. For instance, Marcus Aurelius would often write about his struggles with anxiety and frustration, and how he overcame them through reason and self-reflection. His journal entries provide a unique glimpse into the mind of a wise and compassionate leader, and offer valuable lessons for anyone seeking to cultivate greater self-awareness and emotional intelligence. You can try keeping a journal in your own life, using it as a tool for reflection, growth, and self-improvement. By writing down your thoughts and feelings, you can gain a deeper understanding of yourself and develop a greater sense of clarity and purpose. By keeping a journal, you can develop greater self-awareness, process your emotions, and cultivate a deeper understanding of your values and goals. Marcus Aurelius believed in the importance of living in the present moment, rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. He recognized that the present moment is all we truly have, and that by focusing on it, we can cultivate a greater sense of clarity, purpose, and fulfillment. By letting go of regrets and anxieties, you can free yourself to live more fully in the present. For example, Marcus Aurelius would often remind himself to focus on the task at hand, rather than getting caught up in distractions or worries about the future. He believed that by doing so, he could achieve a state of flow, or complete absorption in the present moment. You can try this technique in your own life by setting aside time each day to focus on a single task, without distractions or multitasking. By doing so, you can cultivate a greater sense of productivity, creativity, and overall well-being. By living in the present moment, you can cultivate a greater sense of clarity, purpose, and fulfillment, and achieve a state of flow or complete absorption in your activities. Marcus Aurelius was a strong believer in the importance of self-reflection and introspection. He recognized that by examining his own thoughts, feelings, and actions, he could gain a deeper understanding of himself and develop greater wisdom and compassion. By taking time for self-reflection, you can identify areas for personal growth and develop a greater sense of self-awareness. For instance, Marcus Aurelius would often ask himself questions like, "What am I doing with my life?" or "What kind of person do I want to be?" By reflecting on these questions, he was able to clarify his values and develop a greater sense of purpose and direction. You can try this technique in your own life by setting aside time each day for self-reflection, using prompts or questions to guide your thoughts. By doing so, you can develop a greater sense of self-awareness, identify areas for personal growth, and cultivate a more compassionate and wise approach to life. By practicing self-reflection, you can develop greater self-awareness, identify areas for personal growth, and cultivate a more compassionate and wise approach to life. Marcus Aurelius believed that embracing one's own mortality was essential for living a meaningful and fulfilling life. He recognized that by acknowledging the impermanence of all things, including ourselves, we can cultivate a greater sense of appreciation and gratitude for the present moment. By embracing your own mortality, you can develop a greater sense of perspective and priorities. For example, Marcus Aurelius would often remind himself that he was just a temporary inhabitant of the universe, and that his time on Earth was limited. This realization allowed him to focus on what truly mattered, and to cultivate a sense of inner peace and contentment. You can try this technique in your own life by reflecting on your own mortality, and using it as a reminder to live more fully in the present. By doing so, you can develop a greater sense of purpose and meaning, and cultivate a more compassionate and wise approach to life. By embracing your own mortality, you can cultivate a greater sense of appreciation and gratitude for the present moment, and develop a more compassionate and wise approach to life. Marcus Aurelius believed in the importance of living in accordance with nature, rather than trying to control or manipulate it. He recognized that by aligning ourselves with the natural order of the universe, we can cultivate a greater sense of harmony and balance in our lives. By living in accordance with nature, you can develop a greater sense of inner peace and contentment. For instance, Marcus Aurelius would often take time to appreciate the beauty of nature, and to reflect on the interconnectedness of all living things. He believed that by doing so, he could cultivate a sense of awe and wonder, and develop a greater sense of respect and reverence for the natural world. You can try this technique in your own life by spending time in nature, and using it as a reminder to live more simply and sustainably. By doing so, you can develop a greater sense of connection to the world around you, and cultivate a more compassionate and wise approach to life. By living in accordance with nature, you can cultivate a greater sense of harmony and balance in your life, and develop a more compassionate and wise approach to the world around you. Marcus Aurelius believed that cultivating inner strength was essential for achieving success and fulfillment in life. He recognized that by developing a strong and resilient inner core, we can better navigate the challenges and uncertainties of the world. By cultivating inner strength, you can develop a greater sense of confidence and self-assurance. For example, Marcus Aurelius would often engage in physical and mental disciplines, such as meditation and journaling, in order to cultivate his inner strength and resilience. He believed that by doing so, he could develop a greater sense of focus and determination, and achieve his goals with greater ease and effectiveness. You can try this technique in your own life by engaging in activities that challenge you and help you grow, such as learning a new skill or taking on a new project. By doing so, you can develop a greater sense of inner strength and resilience, and cultivate a more confident and self-assured approach to life. By cultivating inner strength, you can develop a greater sense of confidence and self-assurance, and achieve your goals with greater ease and effectiveness. As we've explored the 7 lessons from Marcus Aurelius's daily life, you've seen how his adherence to Stoic philosophy allowed him to cultivate a sense of inner peace, wisdom, and compassion. By incorporating these lessons into your own life, you can develop a greater sense of self-awareness, resilience, and purpose. Remember, the key to a fulfilling life is not to seek external validation or success, but to cultivate a strong and resilient inner core. By doing so, you can achieve a state of flow, or complete absorption in the present moment, and live a life that is truly meaningful and fulfilling. So, take a moment to reflect on the lessons we've covered, and think about how you can apply them in your own life. What changes can you make today to start cultivating a more stoic mindset, and to live a life that is more in alignment with your values and goals? If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more content on Stoic philosophy and personal growth. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like to discuss, please leave them in the comments below. What's one thing you can do today to start cultivating a more stoic mindset, and how do you think it will impact your life? We'd love to hear from you, and to continue the conversation on how to live a more fulfilling and meaningful life.